Welcome back to Wild Tracks. In this video I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment. So recently I bought a new tent, the Wechsel Exogen. It's a double wall tent and an inner pitch first. But what I want to try is see if I can pitch this tent while the fly is attached to the inner tent. So this tent allows the fly to be clipped into the inner tent, so that's why I think that might work for this. Now the tent has two poles. It has what I call the fishbone main pole. It goes over the length of the tent and gives it shape, but there's also a cross pole that goes to the vegetables. So I don't do it at all for time saving, because generally it's easy and quick to pitch up the tent, but in case of rain it maybe protects the inner tent a little bit and prevents water to go in the inner tent. So in case of rain, I'm actually getting a little bit of not much of rain, but some drizzle. In case of rain I would obviously assemble the poles first and then I would spread out the tent. So let's do that now as well. Alright, this is the fishbone pole. And the cross pole. Okay, let's put this out of the way for the moment. Alright, so I already connected the inner tent to the fly. So it's a matter of spreading it out nicely. See if that works. So next I'm going to stake out the four corners of the tent. Alright, done. So next I have to put the poles under the fly. We're actually getting rain now. Have to be quick. This is the cross pole. I'm gonna put it under the main pole. Well, it's becoming a real test. I did not expect the rain, to be honest. Alright, and now I need to erect the tent. Putting the poles, the four edges, in the designated rings. Alright. Here we go. So before I put the cross pole up, I will need to connect all the clips. Well, so far seems to kind of work. I will have to open the fly now, so I have access to the clips to hang up the inner tent on these poles. So the tent's pitched, and actually it worked. It's obviously a little bit fiddly to reach out to all the little clips, but it worked. And obviously this approach or this method would not work if you have sleeves in your inner tent. So I have those nice clips to clip into the pole, but a lot of systems have sleeves where you have to push the pole through the sleeves, and I think that probably would not work, or as a minimum it would make it way harder. So while I'm doing this, I actually had rain, very light though, nothing substantial, but it seems to work. Obviously again, if it's pouring down, might be a bit different story. So in my review video of this tent, I mentioned that I would like to connect the two poles where they cross here roughly in the center. They loose, and the manufacturer does not provide anything to connect the two poles. So I found something at home that I want to try out, see if it actually works. So this is a sort of a cable tie. So what I try to achieve here is a little bit more sturdiness of the tent. It is quite sturdy as it is, but I just try to, you know, improve it a little bit. Now obviously if I leave the fly attached to the inner tent, I can't put this on, so it would require to pitch the inner tent first, but that is not a problem. But this, yeah, this works. This is nice, you can see. So pitching of a tent with the inner tent attached to the fly works for this model. I think it will work for most modern trekking tents, because more tents come now with these clips and fewer with the sleeves. Alright guys, we're gonna take down the tent, and I hope to see you next time. Ciao.